Okay, yeah. I'm just seeing if this works. Okay. I have all this. Don't show these tips here again. Yeah, we should be good. Okay, so let's just, okay, I gotta put these in my games. Let me just go to, like, checking, you know, making sure, shut up, Alex. Making sure the internet is not crashing on me, you know. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, we got ourselves a live stream, and we can check. So, yeah, let's see if anyone's here. No, it's buffering. Don't. So, I'm back. That's probably the first thing. Hello, sponsor. Hello, I am back. It has been so long. How much? 2 months? I have no idea. I'm probably gonna check that. As you can see in the title of the live stream, we're gonna be making a game. Like, I'm probably not gonna get done with this live stream. That is gonna be a no. So, where's my channel? My channel. And so, instead of making a video and having to make a video and try to like do all that, I'm just going to make a live stream and then answer questions if you have any. So I should probably post this on my Discord that a live stream is going. So 141 subscribers. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting subscribed to. So anyways, it has been a total of 1 month. It's actually been 1 month. I could probably look at my Discord. I can look on my phone. So, let me just get this. Yeah, let me share this. Copy link. Put this on my Discord. And so, yeah. So that's my, okay. So, I'm gonna put this. Let me say what I'm doing. I'm live streaming. And paste the link. Okay, so we have that. Hey sponsor, I already probably said that. I'm just gonna put this in my actual website. JavaScript. Our website. But I just want to keep it all nice and neat. Don't make my disk tapes cluttered. So, yeah, so the first news is, I have actually released a game. So let's go to Google. Let's go to my website, because it's actually on my website. And games, Color Slime. It's actually called Color Slime. Let's go to it. It's loading up right now. So, I don't think the new version's out, but oh gosh, loud. So, I don't think the new version's out. I'm not for sure yet. It may be. Yeah, okay, it is out. That's good. Okay, so I need to fix that. I'll fix it later. But actually, it's on Kongregate as well. So let's just go to Kongregate. Let's go to my game. So, what else? Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my stream. And let's go to my game. So games, Color Slime. Okay, let's go live. Color Slime. Let's see. So it's on Kongregate. And the link's right here. Search up Color Slime on Kongregate and it should pop up, hopefully. If it doesn't, I'll probably do it. But anyways, yeah, so that's what I've been busy with. I've also been busy with a game jam. I've also done another game. It's called How Long Did It Take You to Make? It took me about a month. Well, I should say a month because that's how long I've been gone. Yeah, it took me about a month to make the game. I mean, I need this to be on the top. Let me pin you. There we go. So now you should be always on top. And yeah. So now you're always on top. And so I can now see you. So I actually have the original, like the first version, on my this website. It's called repel.it. It's basically if you want to have an online editor, this is where you should go. And so we have the original version right here, and it was made 3 weeks ago. I'm not for sure. Color Slime 2 weeks ago. Okay, it's 2 weeks ago. So here it is. There's the original version, but then here's the release version. This one right here, and then I had to make a level editor so I can actually make levels for it, and it's also in this version as well, the redo. So, any other questions? I think I posted this on my Discord, and it should be up. So, 5 watching right now. Let's see who it holds. Why did I go to comments? Too bad. I can't. Okay, I can't look. I can't look. Live chat. Participants. It only says there's 2, so I'm not for sure on that, but let's just go with it. So, let's begin. So I'm just gonna open up paint.net, and we need to start making some plans because I have no idea where we should begin. Because the game was just released Sunday. That is not Sunday. It was released. Yeah, it was released last Sunday. Yeah. So it was released last Sunday, but then the new version came out Wednesday. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So let's begin. I'm just going to move you over to the side. Okay, I can't do that, but whatever. So let's think of a game idea we can go on. I was thinking about going in my old game maker because this is where they got the idea for Color Slime. It's just going through my old game maker projects and doing that. But last time I checked, there wasn't anything interesting. What game are you working on? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. So I'm not really for sure. If you have any game ideas, that would be great. But I'm out. So, let me see. Okay, get this out of here. I need this. This is necessary. Create highlight. Nah, we're good here. So, I think it should be a web game. Because that seems to be working great for me. Because if it's a Java game, then it would have to require some extra stuff, and I don't want to deal with that. So, I should also be showing you another project I be working on. So where is it? It is desktop something post-apocalyptic. Something post-apocalyptic. Whatever. And so it seems to be lagging behind. So I guess what you do is what you do. Maybe. So is there chat here? Live chat. There we go. I could probably look on my phone instead of this. So right here I have some things, and it's actually OpenGL on the web, which WebGL, but so here it is. It's WebGL. I so far have a rotating cube, a red cube. And right now I'm working on input, which is much more difficult than I would imagine because it's something weird. I'm not for sure. So I actually should be working on this a little bit. So let me open it up in Sublime Text. Here we go. As you can see right here, I'm trying to get this key code, but this is synchronized, which means that it starts when the program starts, which means it won't work when this is created. So we need to, I guess we could just take this out and then put it in like outside of it. So let me just go down here, paste that, delete, 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 oh crap, delete, 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 delete. Is this Three.js? It is not Three.js. I mean, it is, Three.js is based off of WebGL, but I think I'm just going to go with my own way because I want to learn how to use WebGL as well. So basically what I have here is, let me show you. It's like I have in my Java tutorials, but for the web, obviously. So I have my model, it has its indices, its face, and it has its transformation. I have the camera, and it doesn't have textures yet, which that's the difficult part because I can't get it to work. So I'm going to go with camera, and yeah, so if that is that, we do that. There we go. So instead of doing this, we're just going to do that and that. So it should work now, but of course it's, are you in middle or high? I'm in high school. So I'm in 10th grade right now. But we are on Thanksgiving break, which I'm happy about, until Monday, which I shouldn't say Thanksgiving break because it's over. Right now it's the weekend, so I could be good. So now I can go back to here and refresh. So if you see, you're in 8th grade. Okay, that's pretty neat. I actually started coding when I was in 6th or 7th grade. It's 4 years ago, so it must have been in 6th grade. I don't know why I said that. Because I was talking about that with my family earlier. So I guess that just popped up. You're in 8th grade? That's cool, but it's Friday. Well, after I count my weekends as after school from Friday to Sunday. Because, obviously I've been 10th grade. I'm still in school. So, yeah. So we have this camera and it's moving up and down, and I'm probably going to get the rotation in, as you can from the tutorials. I'm probably going to steal my own code from that. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean, I guess. I don't know. So right now we have this cube and we have some input. I guess we can start the base of a game. I'm not for sure. Well, we don't have even textures yet. We might as well. And that. So. Yeah, so. Where is textures? Once again, I am learning WebGL, so I might have to learn. Yeah. I might have to Google a lot of things, because I have no idea. Or WebGL. It's similar to OpenGL, but it's WebGL, and it can't be totally similar. So, where is this? Yeah, here we go. So we need to make probably a new one. I'm just gonna add it here. GL class GL texture. Need a constructor. Here we go. So a path to the image, and then what else? Whatever else we add later on. But right now, just an image. So this dot path equals path. This dot width. If I can spell width, equals 0 for right now. Excuse me. Let's just do 1 actually. And height is also equal to 1. Because the image actually needs to load. So, wait. How do I do this? So, width, height, level. Okay, here we go. So we need to create a texture. So this dot texture ID is equal to, let's just say, actually we need this dot gl is equal to document dot get element by ID WebGL canvas dot get context GL. So we're WebGL. With that, now we can actually do this .gl .create texture. And there we go. So now we have the texture ID. What else do we need? That is not it. Bind the texture. Okay, so now we need to bind this. So this .gl .bind texture. This .gl .texture 2D, and then this dot texture ID. Well, that didn't work. There we go. So yeah, so how was your since you're in school, did you have a Thanksgiving break? Because we did, and it was pretty dope. So what do we need? I'm just gonna steal this. This is for loading, so there we go. If this .gl, it is going to load this at this .gl .texture ID or 2D level. When do they do that? It's weird. So we're just gonna say level 0 internal format. This .gl .rgba, which is pretty neat. This .gl .rgba. What did they have next? Oh, that didn't help. Width and height, which is just going to be this .width and this .height. Border, I don't think there's going to be a border, so I'm going to say 0 to that. Yeah. And this one again for the source format and source type, which is an unsigned byte. This .gl .unsigned byte, and the pixel, which it says that it needs to do a opaque blue, which I'm just gonna put this in here. So I'm gonna actually do an opaque black because I'm special like that. And I'm gonna fix this triple line, and there we go. So we now have a sort of loaded texture where it's only one, and now it wants you to load the image. So this dot image, I'm actually going to put this up here. This dot image is equal to new image. Let's just put it up here, but then we need to actually load it when it's time. So image.onload. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Actually, yeah, okay, that's good. So this dot image dot onload, so when it loads, because that's equal to a function, and it's going to do whatever this is. Okay, that looks like it has to be a power of 2. So I'm just gonna not do that. I'm just gonna assume it's a power of 2. So generated this dot, and actually before you have to do this, which is actually bind the texture. So yeah. Okay, so this dot bind texture to the texture ID, which we already have, and it's wanting to geotexture level internal format source format. Okay, we don't need this. We don't need the width and height anymore. We don't need border as well. Okay, so we have the that, we have the level, we have the internal format, we have the source format, source type, and image. Okay, so image actually needs to be, get rid of that. Where does image, it's this dot image. So this dot image, let me get some white space up in there, and is that it? Okay, so this dot image dot source is equal to path. And okay, after all that, wait, looking at this, yeah, okay, so we need, I'm just going to put a semicolon there, and then path, and then it's going to save all that. So if that works, which it probably won't, we need to render it. How do I render? Out here. Okay, so that loads it, and then that's the thing. Shaders. Okay, there it is. Shaders. Here, actually needs to. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So here we need to do, okay, position, model, perspective, view, and then we need to do, wait, this one, I don't know what that means. Oh, we need to attribute. Attribute. We need to attribute it. Crap. Where is attribute? How do I attribute? Okay, so this is how I attribute it. Okay. I need texture coordinates. I need to do all that. Oh. So I need to go to model. That's transformations. It's probably before that. Here it is. GL model. Vertices, indices. No, we're going to put it before. Texture chords. And so it stores that. This dot texture chords is equal to texture chords. Okay, texture chords equals texture chords. We need to make that, so this dot tbo is equal to this dot gl dot create buffer. That is not how you do it. You have that period there. And then we bind it. So it's going to be the vertices buffer. And so add texture chords array to that. Just doing some comments so I know what I'm doing later, as you can see, because I haven't touched this in a couple weeks. TBO, texture chords, static draw. Okay. So now when I bind it, it should have texture chords. And then where's the attribute is in render for that thing. So move that a bit to shader. Yeah. No, that's uniforms. Here we go. So now models.length. What does it want me to do? Just gonna steal that later, but what does it want me to do? So it already we already have the buffer, and then okay, that's for that. Here it is. Here it is. So, So we got that. Okay, model binds this. Oh, okay. Binds vertice buffer. So we need to bind this at this.gl.bind buffer. This.gl.array buffer. This one. So yeah. Instead of VBO, it's TBO for T-bone. Now we need to have that instead. We need some attributes for the texture or the model. Here it is. This dot texture attribute, that's equal to null. And yeah, it should be good. So let's bring this back up to model or render. So this dot texture attribute is equal to this shader dot program texture chords. It's going to be 2 and wait. It's not what I want. Why does it say this dot position dot what? No. It's supposed to be this dot models. Okay, yeah. Fixed it. Add that there where it needs to be. Okay, so this dot models dot texture attribute 2 float false 0 0. Okay, we're good there, and it enables it. Okay. And so yeah, hello there. There a lap. Oh, the real app. Sorry. I'm so used to people calling me the wrong name. Coding app. Anyways, the real app. What's up? Just see you there. Sorry if I missed you, but it may be delayed. So, anyways, now that we have got the attribute location, let me save that. Let's see what else it wants me to do. So we activate it, bind the texture, and then load a uniform to it. And draw the scene. That's what it makes. Oh, I don't have a texture. I don't know. So, no worries. We have the same initials. Oh, really? Your initials AP? Nice. Oh, that's pretty neat. I only met one other person with the same initials as me, which is probably still rare, but whatever. So, yeah, okay, so now that we have the attribute, we can go to our shaders, and then we can actually add this. So, attribute vec2 texture chords, and semicolon. Move that to match the thing. And it needs to be varying. That's what it said. Yeah, varying high P. Yeah, whatever. It's something. I don't know. I'm just gonna. So varying high P vec2, and I'm just gonna say. Wait, is it the same? No, it has to be. Okay, I'm gonna call it pass texture. Oh gosh, texture chord. And then do I have to set it? Yeah. Okay. Pass texture chords is equal to texture chords. And then in the fragment, do I have to change anything there? Yes, I do. Have all that. Okay. That's going to be just a plain old copy and paste. Okay, and that is now what I want. Okay, 1, 2, tap. There we go. Yeah. So frag color, let's call this sampler, and then we have to call this the same. And just, I'm kind of working on the same stuff as you are now. Oh yeah, what you working on? Are you making a game or making an engine, basically? I don't know what you real app. So anyways, do I have to have void? Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So, we have this, as you can see from the attribute, it passes it into the vertex, but we don't have the uniform. So how do we get the uniform? because shader.set matrix 4 4F uniform, so I can do that. Where is, okay, here. GL active texture. Okay, we got this. So it uses the program. This.gl.active texture. Have you heard of Thin Matrix? Oh, I'm following his like. Oh, okay, nice. I'm not gonna do any advertisement, but have you looked at my Lightweight Java Game Library 3 tutorials? I mean, I may not have the most update. Actually, I do have update. I mean, it's Lightweight Java Game Library 3, but I haven't done it in like 2 months. So, I think I have covered the basics on the Lightweight Java Game Library 3 tutorial. I mean, I'm not done with it, but I've covered the basics to where if you need other code, you can probably look at other people's. Because the only main difference was the display and the rendering and all that. So, yeah, I mean, I've covered cameras. The only thing that you might need is loading, but then, once again, you can just use someone else's tutorials. I think I've covered the basics to where I don't have to. Yeah, man, I've checked out your videos. They helped as well. Anyone gonna play Equinox? Dude, listen up. Devin Rudledge. I have to go to my games folder. Get out of the way. Dude. Equinox. Straight up, Equinox is here. It's a good game. I played half an hour of it. But then I was just like, I need to do something better. Because that's how my brain works. And that's not how it should work. Anyways. Shouldn't be a bummer there for a minute. Okay. Texture 0. Is that right? Did I forget online? I did not. So this is actually quite similar to normal OpenGL. It's just with less. So then we need to bind the texture. So this.gl. I know it's good, but it scared me because for 9 hours they didn't have a buy button, and then they had to do a workaround, which I thought I would have to wait to buy it, which I didn't want to. So, but I got it, and it's good. If I have time, I'll probably live stream it. I mean, I could be a gaming channel, a gaming channel for like 2 hours. I mean, why not? So this.gl texture. So then we need to actually do this.models. I can just copy and paste here, and say texture ID. Okay, so now we have bind it, hopefully, and it uses the program. But also, wait, do we need to uniform it? We do need to uniform. Okay. So wait, I need to see. Okay, yeah, it does load. Okay, we can set integer. You feel guilty about playing games and feel like you need to be learning creating something? Dude, you have no idea. Because I'd be playing a game on the Xbox or I'd be playing a game on the PC. I'm playing on it, so like, you know what? I can make a really good game like this. And then I just feel so guilty. Like, I feel like I need to be creating something. And then that makes me not want to play games and wants me to code. It's like an endless loop, because then I get tired of coding and I want to play games, and then play games, and it's just a loop. I think it's an okay loop. It's not really a bad loop. It's just it makes me feel guilty. Yeah. So this.gl, no, not this.gl, shader.set integer uniform. Which one is it? Is it the name? Does it take names? Yeah, it takes names. Okay, so it is called sampler, and I want to load 0 on it. Okay. So, is that all I need? And then draws the scene. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, this should be good. Okay, so I need to actually load this. Okay, whoa, I just remembered something. I actually need to connect the textures and the models somehow. So I'm probably going to add a function called add texture. And it's going to take in a texture. And what do I need from it? I need the ID. And then let me go down. What does this have? So I need the ID. Okay, that's all I need. I just need the ID. So where is it? There it is. No, it's down here. Okay, so add texture. I just need the ID. Me too, but I think it's a good thing, even though it might not be a fun feeling. I think it's not a bad thing, but it's just emotions. It makes my emotions out of whack. So we need this texture ID. Let's go to null right now. And then when we add texture, I'm gonna say this texture ID. Texture. It's not there. Texture ID. There it is. It's equal to texture. Texture ID. Texture. Man, lots of textures. Where'd it go? There it is. So texture ID. Okay, so yeah. We need to actually create a texture. So texture, that's going to be equal to new GL texture, and then we actually need an image. So, do I have an image in here? I do not. Let's go grab an image. Let's go to my game. Image. Let's grab one of my many images. Let's grab this one. And put it in WebGL. Okay, so I'm just going to name this image. And wait, did I actually take that out? Hopefully it did not. It did. Yeah, I don't need it right. Actually, I might. I'm just gonna copy you. Oh, excuse me, I burped. And paste you back. I don't want to break anything without knowing it. Paste instead of being called image. Where'd it go? There it is. Blue wall. Okay. Put that back in WebGL. So now we have an image. I'm just gonna put that in now. And we need to add it to our model. So canvas, add model. We need to add it. So model dot add texture. Okay, so might be an error, might not be an error. Who knows? We get the console ready. Okay, so we have this. Let's get the console. Here it is, yay! So cannot read bind texture of undefined at classes 550. So we go down there. Put go down here. So 550 cannot read undefined. Where is it? What is it called? Bind texture. So the bind texture cannot read of it. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, it's one of these again. What is it? What's with it with these onload functions? Well, I guess I have to do something else. Okay, so I can't. The problem is, when it onloads, it basically creates like a new thing, and anything that's surrounding it, like this dot, like if it's in a class, it won't, like, it'll just get rid of it. So you can't use this dots, and so you have to make your own. So I'm just gonna say var. I can do this easily, the var GL, and just replace that. But then I don't know how to get the texture ID in. Or we are all rid of this dot GLs. Okay, so these. What did the tutorial do? Sometimes people that have no idea what they're doing, like me, have to have a tutorial. Okay, so that's why I need that later, but not right now. So that loads. Function load texture. Is it because it's a constant? I think it's because it's a constant. But I'm not for sure on that one. Don't quote me. Do not quote me on that one. So, gl.bind texture. I have no idea. Okay, so we need the texture ID and the image. So how does it get the image? I think I could get this dot image. Maybe I don't even need this to unload. Maybe I can just wait half a second, or maybe it's just that fast at loading. Let me get rid of it. And oh no, I have to put this dots back. This dot everything. Okay, so hopefully I could never focus on coding and stream at the same time. I respect it. Thank you. To be honest, I'm just treating this like I'm just coding and talking to myself, which shouldn't be what's happening, but you gotta do what you gotta do. There is no image. Also, get model matrix is undefined. There is no camera anymore. What's happening there? Or not model matrix, just any model. So 76. There's no model. That's all I have to say. So model.add texture, and then it adds the model, and then it renders. That's confusing. Also, no image. I should probably fix that. So class is 550. 550. There is no image. Bingo. That's the downside of not doing it. Also, this isn't a frick, everything going wrong to paint.net to make an image. Or instead of doing this, I'm just going to delete that. I could desktop, coding stuff, Java, where is it? Workspace? Yeah, workspace. Tutorial, resource, it works somehow. Okay, copy. And paste. I'll call it image. So image. And yeah. So now it's a power of 2, so that shouldn't break. And also, what else do we need? We do need. Okay, so we have that. We have the source, and so now. So now it's an invalid image. Oof. I think it's because it's an incomplete image. So 551. I think we should just we need the onload, but I don't know how to do onload. Stack Overflow. That's what. Adding this dot to onload functions. That's not right. Onload. Wait, what was mine? Yeah. Onload functions with returns. I don't know, maybe it can return an ID or an image. Maybe, I don't know. Using that is not it. I knew that wasn't it. Why did I click it? Excuse me. Image, yeah. Image.onload function with a return. Your function doesn't detect. Okay. It doesn't work. The value is returned, but not from the detect. If you use a named function. So when you call back, okay. Okay, so when it results. Okay, so instead of let me just undo everything. That's not undoing. So instead of click out that. Instead of doing a anonymous function, or we do an anonymous function, we can call callback that takes in the thing. Okay, I got it. I gotcha. Wait, what is it? Okay. So I detect new image source URL. When it loads, it alerts the result. Okay, that's what happens. So we need the record. So now we need to just do well, we can't do this dot. Nah. Maybe if I just add like a normal load function like I did here. So just say function load image. And we could just for image is equal to new image, and then image dot onload, and that's probably is equal to a function, and it's just going to be callback. It's actually going to return the image. Then load image path. Here we go. Path. Oh, I never thought about that. So when we load, then we need to have to do actual callback. So callback, and then it takes the ID. Okay, gotcha. So now, instead of doing it in here, we can do it in here. And we can do that. How are you liking the web version in comparison? Well, let me tell you, it is easier to cross like computers. You can easily like using the web. You can easily transport from computers, which I really like that. And also, load times are pretty quick, and there's not as many files as there is in Lightweight Java Game Library. Which I mean, I understand how there needs to be all these libraries, but and yeah. Well, also libraries, you need to actually download the libraries, but with this, it's actually it's actually a feature in HTML Canvas. So you don't have to download anything. You just have to have a computer that's good enough to do an HTML Canvas like that supports HTML5. And yeah, so we have the GL, and then we need to create a new function, which I'm going to say var id is equal to 0. Then id is that, so this dot image, this will just be a normal image, and then callback id, which we can do here. So when we load, I'm gonna get rid of you. So with path and a callback, which is going to be function id, and it's going to say this dot, or not this dot, yeah, this dot, what is it? Where is it? Texture ID. Texture ID. Where is it? Frack. Texture ID is equal to ID. Okay, there we go. So make that look pretty. Or not that. No. Okay, now we can get there. So load image path function ID. It's pretty neat. Okay, so now I'm kind of scared that this anonymous function will just do the same thing. So, or I can make another function that, or I don't, and it won't be this bad. It'll just be set ID. And oh, it's because frick. Okay, so set ID, and it'll be this dot texture ID is equal to ID. And this needs to have a parameter. So then all we have to do is, instead of calling this, we just say set ID, or this dot set ID. Yeah. Now we set ID. Hopefully this is a break. Break. We'll fix that error. So progress. I also need to say console.log created GL texture. So I know it's being created. I always need to have a debug chat. Yeah, okay, it's created. So with that, we can now fix the other error, which is cannot read property get model matrix of undefined, which I'm going to assume I did something wrong in the model when I was doing something. So transformation equals transformation. Ah, it's because I don't have texture chords. Ah, it's a silly mistake, of course. Maybe over here. Where are those texture chords? Because here you are. Yeah, I'm actually just going to copy the array, not the entire variable. And where is our there? So here it is. So we need that and we need that. So if we look, everything is created, but nothing's popping up. Oh dear. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, so we change the background color to see if it's just not plain or plain white. So, wait, how did I do my settings here? Sets background color. Okay, so it is 255. So I'm going to set this to red and see if it just renders black or renders nothing. It renders black. That means it's not loading. Okay, so that's something that's not good. Okay, so where is it not loading at? Model.add texture. So let me see. Model.add, or not model, it's not add texture, model.texture ID. And it returns a texture, and that's it. That's not what we want. Oof. That's going to be an oof in the chat. Probably when I get these textures loaded, I'm probably going to switch over to Equinox. Because, you know, I have been coding for the past 3 days for a game jam. And it wasn't even a good game. I mean, I can show you the game, but it wasn't really a good game. I'm not proud of it. Let me see if texture... Yeah, that's not the same. So... height and width. Okay. The texture ID is that. Okay, so texture ID... I don't think it's rendering. So, go to classes, ID. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just had to go get a drink and, you know, talk to my family because those people exist. So, like I was saying earlier, wherever it is, we need to actually see why it's not loading. I'm going to assume it's because this load image is not there. And, yeah, so set ID, let me just see if it's actually called, because I don't think it's called. So, if you're in the chat, and you want to see, me, create, play some Equinox, can I get a, sure, get a, something, I'm there. Dr. Pepper, pretty good soda. And honestly, it's not called, so that's what was my, that's a fear. Okay, so that's not working. Okay, let me see if... I never called the... Hold on. Don't yell at me. Image.source is equal to path. That might be a problem. I mean, also, it's never called, yeah. I don't think that was much of an issue. Anyways, so, yeah. I am probably, not work. That's probably do something stupid. So it creates an ID, and then it doesn't call that. Okay, so let's go through the terms. It loads this. It uses the path, and then it uses this. I'd watch some Equinox, dude. When am I checking out the game you mentioned too? Oh, the Game Jam one. Yeah. So once I get this to a working state. The reason why I don't think this is like confusing me is because this code and my code is not the same because we're taking totally different paths. This code and me. Excuse me. Well, let's go back here. Okay, so I don't care about this, but I do care about this. So it creates an image. It's because this is a function. Okay, that's spooky. I'm gonna see if it's actually no. That's I know it works because I can change this color right here. And it probably works. I can probably change this to a red color, and it will probably work. Or not there. Where is it? Not don't save. If this, yeah, it does not change. What? What? What did you do? 567. That might be a problem right there. I never generated the texture. It's just using a random texture. It's just, yeah. I don't think that'll work either, but create texture. Okay, so now it's not doing that either. Text ID, text image 2D. So 567. Wait, is that, wait, what? 568. The image element contains cross origin data and may not be loaded. I can see that. I can definitely see that. It's because, yeah, because not loaded. What? What? Or, well. My mind is in a toboggle. What? That's not even a word, but what? Why does that matter? Cross origin data. It may not be loaded. Of course it may not be loaded. It's in the on. Why would it not be loaded? It's in the onload function. It should happen when it's loaded. What? 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 Okay. The Clonox is. I've been coding for so long and my mind's in a boggle. Let's go to my games. Yeah, here it is. So it was for the one button jam. And, oh, there's more entries. I'm gonna see those entries. So, we got these, we got these, we got this. Let's see what new games are. There's, one button blaster, one button snake. One button snake, that might be interesting. Oh, but it's download. Oh, I don't want to download. Well, I mean, here's my game. Let me just show you. I was looking at all of them, and this is actually an online game. Play jumping. Visit TriSpace. I call it TriSpace because the goal... Shut up. Oh, I can't shut you up. And you can't hear it. Okay, so... The goal of the one button jam is to make a game using only one button. So that's what I did. By using the spacebar... I have to click on it first. By using the spacebar, you can actually control the menu with it, which I was pretty happy of, but then you can actually select it by holding it. Here's the controls. All you need is a spacebar. Press the spacebar to go either left or right, press the spacebar for jump height, and press the spacebar to actually jump. Get to the goal to win the level made for the one button game jam. So, let's play. So, we hold play, and here's the game. Using my on point about 1 hour graphics that I made because I was done with the game. Once again, 3 days of coding. And so this first bar is to determine whether you go left or right. So if it's to the left, you go left. If it's to the right, you go right. So I'm just gonna say let's go right. And so this next bar is your jump height. So if you want to go like jump a little bit, you put it in the middle. But if you want to jump a lot, which I'll show you now, you actually go up. But then of course you die on the ground. Yeah. Also, I reused a bunch of sound effects from my other game because I was really lazy. I'll just skip this checkpoint, and you win by touching the goal. And if you want to play, here's the link. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Yeah, and so that's to it. It's pretty bad, and I would recommend playing it for 5 minutes and then stop playing it because it kills brain cells. And I'm not kidding on that. It hurt me. That's why I can't really code much anymore for the rest of the week. And that's why I take a break playing my games. And so where's the Quillnox? Here it is. I think it might go in full screen and I won't be able to see this again. It might crash. I'm not for sure, and I don't want to. Hopefully. Here we go. I'm not done with this. Hold on. Can I press the Windows button? Ah, crap. It actually notices. Okay. So I'm actually going to turn up this. And it does work. I just looked on my phone. Better than what I could do. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know how much you do. How long have you been coding? The real app? How long have you been coding? Because I've been coding for 4 years and that's all I can make. Or, I mean, I've been coding games for 2 years, but that's all I can make. And also is 2 days work. So, understandable. So, now you should be able to hear its music. I'm going to turn mine down a little bit less. Let's start. Let us begin. Dr. Pepper is good to play when you're playing a Quillnox. And so, yeah. So, a Quillnox, this was made by Thin Matrix. I can show you the credits. This is made by Thin Matrix. I've been following him for a while, and this is basically why he made a YouTube channel. And I'm not kidding on that. Because he's been making tutorials that help me start getting to 3D game development. And so, basically... And then I was like, well, I mean, he hasn't made any Lightweight Java Game 3 tutorials, so... Okay, I guess that's where my... my second Resurrectix came from, but now... I'm on my 4th Resurrectix, so that's always good. I'm gonna close the door. So anyways, let's load my world that I was playing. Load world, let's begin. What just, what? Did it just crash? Uh-oh. That may not be no good. Okay, that may not be no good. That's all I'm just gonna say. I'll just press play. Okay, I'm actually here. Okay, so this is the world I made so far. I can make a new one if you guys want me to, but basically the goal of the game is to try to make a equilibrium ecosystem. That's what I'm trying to say. So here is what I have so far. I have the grasslands. I have some of a strange daisy has been born. Where's that? Is it? I don't know what you mean. Okay, tulip. Color trait light blue, and it's by trees. Just crashed again. Also, I'm looking at the footage. Oh, that's laggy. Ooh, I do not like that. Well, Anyways, I'm gonna say that is gonna be it for this live stream. I have been live streaming for how long now? Something? I don't know. I've been live streaming for about an hour and a couple minutes. I mean, that's good. But anyways, oh, excuse me. I'm gonna say goodbye. I started coding a couple years ago. I'm on I haven't gotten to much as I want to, so I'm learning stuff on my own right now. Dude, self-learning, that is the way to go. No one at my school I don't think no one at my school really wants to teach coding, like any teacher. I only met one other person at my school who likes to code, and he's moving on. So, yeah. Anyways, so self-learning is what I did for this entire 4 years. And it is, I mean, look where I am now. I made a game. I made my own game. I made my own thing. I haven't, like, self-learning is a really good tool. So, what grade are you in, bro? I tried it in high school and I struggled with it. I am currently in 10th grade. And, I mean, no one at my school, like, no one, like, there's a coding class, but they don't give a crap about it. Last year, you can only take it for 1 year, and last year I was like the top person in the class. And I was basically the teacher. Because no one wanted to do it. And that made me really sad. And so this year, I'm doing an online class for cybersecurity. And once again, it's like no one cared about it. But then I go to... That's cool that you start so early. You'll be way ahead of the game in college. Thank you. I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of people are talking to me about college. Holy crap, I am growing up. I'm growing up, oh god. I'm not ready for that. Oh my gosh, I am growing up. Ooh, I just noticed that I am growing up. I'm gonna have a teenager crisis. I mean, I'm not even for sure what's happening. Anyways. So, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. I mean, if I have any questions, I'll ask people in the chat. I wonder who is here. Participants. Hold on. Oh no, I deleted all my chat. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Live chat. That is, oof, I cannot see, so I'll just go to my live dashboard. Yeah, I'll stop. I hated that too. I'm working on a game. What I mean, well, I mean, it's not that, I don't like people talk to me about college. It's just that the point is I'm going to college within it's very close. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I just noticed that, because you think you're a kid and then all of a sudden you're an adult and you have to do stuff on your own. I mean, it's just crazy how fast you grow up. But anyways, so I guess I'll be back. I guess I'll come back and I'll show you what I've been up to, because for the last month I've been developing a game. Probably should make a video about that instead of a live stream. But I guess that's where we're at right now. So yeah. It's on Congregate. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So basically, yeah. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, just feel free to ask me. I mean, I'm just gonna pick it here. Understandable. See you later. Okay, goodbye, The Real App. I'm probably gonna be stopped doing this live stream soon. So, anyways, I'll see you guys later. I'll probably make some videos.